I went into the art vault and I was looking for something else, and I came across the challenge of the Vault Lord from DC Comics Presents. This is from 1986, the one and only time that I worked with Don. I thought I'd pull that out and make a video. As you can see, I was working with Barbara Randall and Bob Greenberger. Don and I shared credit as artists on this, but I actually penciled it and Don inked it. John Costanza lettered it, Gene D'Angelo was colorist, and Julie Schwartz was the editor. All lettered on the boards by John Costanza. Some really nice display lettering there. I think that Don was a seriously underrated inker. At the time, I remember that I wanted to ink this job, so I don't think I appreciated the work that he did as much as I could have at the time, but I appreciate it now. Some really nice work on the faces and the hair here. Very clean, very precise inks. This is 1986, I believe just after I had gotten off of Batman and before I started the Shazam project. Really nice work on the clothing here. Very broad work on the clothing. Very fine work on the small figures. Very sophisticated work on the backgrounds here. I love the way he handled the clothing on the figure that Lady Quark is holding up. Very simple. Balances out nicely against the very controlled backgrounds. Shot of the Twin Towers in the background there. You'll see references to surprints all over these. Every time I think it was Lady Quark had a costume where he had to do a surprint each time, which meant there was an overlay with a dot pattern on it. His Clark Kent reminds me a bit of the way Ross Andru handled Superman and Clark Kent. On this page, he's doing some really nice fine work. There's Superman getting kissed by a puppy. There's Lord Volt, which I believe Lord Volt was a one-off villain. I don't think he was ever used again. Could be wrong. Of course, there's a Volt Lord. Different guys, I'm pretty sure. Little action sequence going on here. Again, some really sweet work on the backgrounds. Balancing off nicely against the battle going on in the foreground. References to surprints all over the borders. All the surprints are in the back. You can see in the pile there, I still have all the overlays that went on these. They're not terribly interesting to look at. They're just little dot patterns. Nice close-up of Lady Quark there. This page has a lot of nice Superman figures. Love what he did in the background in this panel. I'm glad I dug them out of the art vault today. Nice work in the suits there. So there it is. DC Comics presents number 94, my one and only job with Don Heck. Don's work here is, I think, deceptively simple, but it is really very sophisticated inking and really glad I pulled this out to take a look at today, and thank you very much for taking a look at it with me.